Alright, real quick before this video starts, I feel like I just have to say this. This video does have Ghost of Tsushima gameplay in the background. However, there's no major spoilers. It's all from within like the first hour of the game. But if you don't want to be spoiled on even that, then I guess just either listen to the video and don't watch it, you know, like a podcast or something, or go play the first hour of the game and then come back and watch this video. Anyway, with all that being said, let's get right into this. Morning, everybody. How are y'all doing today? I'm doing great. Ghost of Tsushima PC just came out. It's an amazing port. Nyx has knocked it out of the park once again, and I haven't played a whole lot of it yet. I've been playing a lot of Helldivers in New Vegas recently, but I've enjoyed what I've played so far. But anyway, we're here today because I finally found content. Now, I know obviously the Square Enix financials came in, and the God of War Ragnarok PC rumors are circulating, but I can't find much salt on either, so I just decided to hold off. But today, I was just scrolling through YouTube. I was searching up like, oh, Ghost of Tsushima PC, just to see what I could find. And as luck would have it, I happened upon this video. Now, the title alone made me think, oh, is this going to be content worthy? And then I clicked on it and I saw the like to dislike ratio that I put in the thumbnail, and I was like, oh dear God almighty, I gotta check this out. And it was certainly an interesting video. Now, before we get into this, I need to preface, the guy who we're talking about today, he's not a pony. I have nothing against him, obviously. I mean, that goes for pretty much everybody I talk about, but whatever. He's not like a fanboy or anything like that. It's just, this video was really stupid, that's all. But anyway, enough of me just talking about it. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into this. Also, note, we're not gonna watch the whole thing because a lot of it is just not really anything discussion worthy. So if there's random jump cuts, then that's why.
Welcome back to another Ghost of Tsushima video. With Ghost of Tsushima coming to PC on May 16th, it definitely wasn't for lack of a lot of drama and a lot of issues that are coming along with it. And there's some things that I kind of want to talk about and share my thoughts and the thoughts of many others regarding this port to PC and why I kind of feel that Sucker Punch is only doing this for the money. I hate to make this video, but let's get into it.
Man, this is such a truly revolutionary concept. A company porting a game to another platform to make more money. I mean, dude, seriously, you're saying this like this is some massive shock that everybody didn't see coming. What other reason would there have been for them to port Ghost of Tsushima to PC other than money? Like, can anybody actually give me any other reason why they would port it to PC? If not, then I don't blame you. Also, we gotta talk about what he said. Sucker Punch is doing this for the money. You do know that it was Sony who greenlit this going to PC, right? I mean, maybe Sucker Punch wanted to put it on PC, but the decision is ultimately up to Sony. And hell, in this pinned comment, you claim to know that. I mean, look at this. For all the people who don't know how to properly watch a video and understand it, I am not blaming Sucker Punch. We know Sony is the issue. I even show proof in the video, but brain-dead chatters that don't even play Legends need me to talk to them in my videos like I'm talking to a child. Okay, we'll see if he says anything about this being Sony's fault later, because dude, within the first 30 seconds, you said it was Sucker Punch who was doing this for the money. So can you really blame people for immediately going to comment, oh, this isn't Sucker Punch, this is Sony? Even if you do clarify it later, if that's the first thing you say, people are gonna immediately go comment about that. And then either watch the rest of the video, or who knows, maybe they won't even watch the rest of it. I mean, I can't blame people for clicking off a video that gets something wrong in the first 30 seconds. But whatever, let's see what else he has to say about this.
We go way back, you know what I'm saying? So I definitely feel like I maybe have, you know, a leg to stand on when it comes to talking about Ghost of Tsushima, and I could be wrong, and you know, you can let me know down below.
So right there, I cut out a little section where he's talking about, oh, he's been playing Legends since launch or whatever. He's been making videos with guides on Legends and all that stuff. He's basically just been a part of the Ghost of Tsushima community for a long time now. And yeah, I agree. If you play a game for a long time, you definitely do have a leg to stand on when it comes to talking about it. However, at the end there, he said, let him know if he's wrong, and I will definitely be doing that. Because even as someone with 56 minutes in Ghost of Tsushima as of right now, I can confirm the complaint about doing this for the money is stupid. That's just how businesses operate. But anyway, let's continue.
To be 100% honest with you, man, the main thing that I want to talk about firstly is with Ghost of Tsushima coming to PC, and you know, all of a sudden they're starting to do updates for Ghost of Tsushima. Like, where have the updates been for the last 2 years? You know, I looked it up, and the last update that we had for Ghost of Tsushima Legends was patch 2.18, which was on April 14th, 2022. It was exactly 2 years ago. And this isn't including the recent update that they did because they had some back-end issues that they wanted to fix for the PC port. We have been sitting here playing Ghost of Tsushima for the last 2 years without any kind of updates. The last thing that they did for us major was release some maps that we could play on and have a good time. But then after they did that, it was it's kind of like they left us high and dry. Granted, they announced it. They did say that they weren't going to be putting out any more updates. And, you know, we were kind of like, okay.
Where were the updates for the last 2 years? Well, I can explain that. While yes, the Legends mode of Ghost of Tsushima did cost $20, the base campaign and the Legends mode itself were both one-time payments, and then they were, you know, obviously grouped together if you got the director's cut. There were no microtransactions at all to keep the game funded over a longer period of time. You either bought the director's cut or you bought the base game and then you bought Legends separately for $20 extra. Either way, that's all you were paying for. So basically, without monetizing Legends beyond just the upfront price, there wasn't really much of an incentive to add new content unless they either made a promise that they were gonna do it, or unless Sucker Punch just wanted to keep adding content to the game. Whatever, the point is, basically, they stopped updating the game because they didn't have any way to continuously monetize the game with, like, skins in the store or anything like that. So, obviously, I wasn't around when Legends initially came out, but I would imagine what happened is that they released the mode, and then over the next year, they kept adding, like, new maps or whatever, just new content. They fixed bugs, maybe made some balance changes, whatever. And then after, like, a year or so, the balance was worked out while there were plenty of maps, and then they were like, okay, we're not making any extra money. There's no real point to continue supporting this because we're just continuously dumping resources into something that's not generating any money beyond what people paid up front for it. So we're just gonna stop updating it. That is probably what happened. And I mean, like you just said, they announced that they were gonna stop doing updates. But either way, what does this have to do with the PC port? Is it gonna be something like, oh, now all of a sudden they're updating it again? Yeah, you know, I wonder why they would start updating the game again after they get a huge influx of revenue. And suddenly they have to add crossplay to the game. But whatever, let's see what he has to say.
But as time went on, the game died quicker and quicker and quicker with every day that passed. And it really felt like they left us abandoned.
Well, luckily with the PC port coming, you're about to see a huge influx of players. Don't worry, my guy. The game will come back to life at least for a little bit. Will they update it with new maps or anything like that? Probably not, but at least the Steam players who have never played it before will keep it alive a little bit longer. But anyway, I'm gonna skip like the next 2.5 minutes or so because it's just like a complete topic switch. He starts talking about the PSN requirement for online and how like 180 countries can't access the game, which obviously that sucks and I feel bad for everybody who lives in the countries who can't access the game. But at the same time, you know, that's not what we're here to talk about. So moving on.
Listen, guys, don't get me wrong. I love Ghost of Tsushima, and anyone that has been around long enough completely understands how I feel. And I just got to be real, man. And we were left abandoned, and now all of a sudden, since the game's coming to PC, they want to start doing updates and this and that. Don't fall for it, man. Don't fall for it. You know, until we start seeing some tangible updates, man. You know, I'm gonna just completely, you know, still think that they're doing it for the money, and you know.
You know, the more I watch this video and the more I hear this dude say, oh, they're just doing this for the money, as if that's some, like, revolutionary concept, I'm reminded of J-Tech's stream where he says, oh, well, Sony's only putting these games on PC to make PC gamers happy. Like, my brother in Christ, you do know that the only reason businesses do anything ever is for the money, right? Also, you're acting like with the PC release of the game, Legends is all of a sudden gonna get a ton of new maps, new, like, classes. Again, I don't know anything about the mode. But whatever, you're acting like it's gonna get a ton of updates and stuff. As far as I'm aware, the only update that's come out is for crossplay, and then it fixed a couple minor bugs and glitches. It's not like this game is going full live service or anything, and it's like, oh, we're gonna get so many more updates now that the PC version is out. No, the only update that's come out is, again, a couple bug fixes and crossplay. You know, crossplay being something you kind of need if you're gonna release a PC port of a game and you want both platforms to be able to play together. And you say don't fall for it. What is there to fall for? Again, it's a patch to add crossplay. Who is gonna look at that and say, oh my god, Legends is back, they're gonna be working on it for the next like 3 years? I don't even know what to make of this video, to be honest. It almost feels like this guy tricked himself into believing something and then realized he was wrong and then assumed that everybody else would think the same way. I mean, I just really don't know at this point.
We can't sit here and let's say, you know, let's give them the benefit of the doubt and say they are hard at working on Ghost of Tsushima 2, which I really hope that's what's going on, or any kind of sequel to the Ghost of Tsushima franchise, right? Well, then where's our updates? Just anything, any little thing, you know, and you could argue like, oh, they don't owe us nothing. Honestly, they kind of do. You know, we are what made this game what it was. Yeah, they put so much time into creating this game, years. What was it, like 8 years or something to make this game? Absolutely amazing. This game was a fucking masterpiece, but we are the ones that bought it, you know? We got that profit for y'all. The least they can do is give us updates.
I mean, I absolutely agree. The success of Ghost of Tsushima Tsushima is 100% owed to the consumers. No doubt about it. Without people buying the game wouldn't have succeeded. However, when it comes to Ghost of Tsushima 2 and updates on the progress of the game, I mean, hear me out. This might be a crazy conspiracy theory, so I guess put your tinfoil hat on. But maybe they haven't shared anything because they're not ready to yet. Maybe they don't want to announce anything too soon. Like, yeah, the community is responsible for the success of the first game, don't get me wrong. But it's not like they ever made some promise where it's like, oh, you know, if we sell enough copies of the first game, we're gonna immediately start updating everybody on the second game. Now, would I like to see Ghost 2 be announced? Absolutely. Hell, I wouldn't be surprised if at the next Sony Direct or whatever, they announce it there. I mean, that's what people have been thinking because, you know, the PC port just came out, so they may be trying to build up the hype again for it. However, just because you bought the first game doesn't mean you're automatically owed, like, insider info into the second game. Sucker Punch will announce it when they're ready to. I mean, you just said the first game took 8 years to develop. It's like what the guy in Toy Story 2 said, like the toy fixer or whatever. You can't rush art. Just let them cook, and I'm sure it's gonna be worth the wait.
Let us know what's going on and make this feel less like a money grab and more like you're doing it so people can play, right? We're getting no answers on anything.
So wait, you just want them to lie to you and say that, oh, we're doing this so that people can play the game? If that were the case, they'd be giving the game away for free on PC. Like, that is obviously not why when you port a game to another platform, you want to make money off of it. I really don't get it. It's almost like this dude wants to live in some sort of denial where he wants to think that all these companies do this just to be nice. Like, dude, it's time to grow up. Companies do things for money. If you as the consumer benefits from something that a company does, then that's great and all, but that's not why they're doing it.
All that being said, man, I am super excited for this to come to PC, but at the same time, I have this like dark feeling that, you know, it's a money grab, you know, it's a money grab situation, and you know, I don't know. But let's see what goes on. You know, obviously I'm still gonna get this game because I do want to see what modders do to the game, and you know, I'm kind of want to experience it on my PC, which that's gonna be a big plus to be able to play it on my PC.
You know, I think if there was any phrase to describe this video and my thoughts on this video, I agree, dude, it would be I don't know. Because what was even the point? I mean, genuinely, I feel like this video should have just been about the whole PSN debacle and how it's BS that so many countries can't access the game. Because you spent a good portion of this video talking about that, and that was pretty much the only time you were making any sense. Obviously, I cut it out because that's not what we're talking about here. But honestly, I feel like you could have just talked about that and talked about how, oh, well, Sony's just obviously doing this to boost their PSN numbers to the detriment of the consumer because it's obvious that they don't need to have a PSN account linked. But instead, you decided to make like half of this video about how they're only making this PC port for money, and apparently that's a bad thing, even though at the end you said you were gonna get it and you're excited for the mods, which I am also very excited for the mods. I don't know if I'll do any myself, but it'll definitely be interesting to see. Just like with Spider-Man, when that got ported over, we had like Kratos as Spider-Man, so that was pretty funny. But yeah, I feel like I can sum up this video, or at least the parts we took a look at today, with this clip right here.
No shit, Sherlock.
But anyway, I'm about to run out of background footage, so I'm gonna quickly end this video. So with all that being said, thank you all so much for watching. If you did get Ghost of Tsushima on PC, let me know how you're enjoying it. I'm having a blast so far. Or let me know if you're in one of the 180 countries that can't play the game. But yeah, with all that being said, like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't like it, subscribe if you want to see more. Join us tonight and every Friday night, 9 p.m. Eastern for Salt streams. I'd love to have you there, and I will catch you all next time.